And good morning. If you're watching this as a replay, you can skip ahead 16 minutes before the actual radio broadcast starts. Just getting hooked up here so folks can get back timed and all that good stuff here. So there you have it. Good morning to you. Oh boy. Let's see what's going on in today's world. Huh? Check the weather update here. A little bit nicer than it was here a week ago, isn't it? No, I don't want to go pro. There's 20 degrees already this morning. That's nice. I will be in the Bismarck area today sometime. I will be the auctioneer tonight. Morning, Waylon. I'll be the auctioneer this evening for what's it called? Let's see. What's the name of it here? Capital City Christmas New Year's Eve Gala. I know it's a mouthful, isn't it? Where is it at? Capital City Christmas Gala. New Year's Eve Gala. So if you bought tickets for that and you're going to join me at the Civic Center, that'd be cool. That'd be just dandy. So if not, that's kind of where I'm going to be. I got to dress up, look all fancy and stuff. Here's to your morning ivermectin. So there. If you'd like more information about the Capital City Christmas New Year's Eve Gala event, hunting season is coming to an end, like a screeching halt. I got hair in my mouth here. Give me a break. So I think Wayne, I told you this before. I think we talked about it. People get they like September. There's a handful of people that called me, and they were discussing about, uh, you know, ways to get in. If I see any elk or how to do this, and I got my elk tag and all that, and I'm like, sure. I said, myself and all the neighbors up in this area. I said, when it comes to that, I says we charge an access fee, and we'll put you kind of in the right area in the whole works. And I had I bet there's more than 5, probably closer to 10. Anyway, they were like, no, 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 we're not going to do that. We're not going to, just can't afford that. And it's not that much. It's cheaper than going to Montana by a long ways. Okay. And guess what? I got calls here in the last 7 to 10 days. Yeah. Now that there's no access getting into this place because it's completely covered with a lot of snow. Granted, the last couple of days when it got above 40 degrees melted a lot of it off, but still, you're not going to drive up to it by any means. Walking might be a little bit easier. Snow is going to be a little bit more hard packed, but man, oh man, I told him, I said, should have let me know. You can't let me know in like 7 days, and I'll be able to know exactly where to send you to find an elk, right? So I think there's a lot of tags, a lot of them, including a lot of gratis tags that will go unfilled. I really do. Yeah. 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 No elk and tough access. I saw the one group, there's like smaller pockets of antelope, like between, from like my lease place to Rame. And the other night, I think, the other evening, it was still light out, I guess you could tell, late afternoon. every single one of those small bunches all grouped up into one mega bunch that's now sitting on the guy's stubble fields out there. Well, it's good to see that. I wish that we had that many deer around the country. Pretty hard on them this year. But anyway, yeah, access tough, man. Even walking, I mean, it may have packed things down to the point where a guy can walk over some of the hard drifts now, but even at that level, I'd still say that you're going to fall in and there's going to be some soft, especially down in those canyons and everything. Muzzleloader closes tomorrow. Yeah, almost everything. Both North and South Dakota closes tomorrow, except South Dakota's mountain lion season is just started. Everything in North Dakota side closes down tomorrow, too. Well, I take that back. Pheasant season, I think, goes for a week. Let me see. Let me sheet a calendar here. December, yeah. Canada goose season closes today. Light season, regular, tundra swan, light geese, non-resident. Bighorn sheep ends tomorrow. No, today. Today's the 31st. Yeah, today. And that's it. It'll be done. So, yeah. That's the life we live there. So that means you guys can go coyote hunting, mountain lion hunting, and basically and ammo reloading season. Yeah, I can see that. Let's see what. Morning, Dave. Minnesota man. Let's see. Fur bearers there. Let's see what North Dakota's season is up to here. Zone. Let's see. Zone 1 late season. 3 males, 0 females. Conditional season may be announced later. We'll see. Because that closes in North Dakota Mountain Lion season zone, or regular season zone 2 closes today, and late season zone 1 closes today. So there you have it. All right, I'm going to call up Mr. Kevin Vaughn. See what he's got going on today. There it is. There's that. There's his number. Turn this down so it doesn't hurt your ears. There. See if he answers.
Hello, you've reached Kevin Vaughn at Wild Walleye Outfitters.
Kevin, come on, man. See how it is? Some places it's too early for him. That's how it goes sometimes. That's why the show has 6 minutes till we start. Stations will do a countdown here coming up in about 30 seconds or so. Let's see who this is. Yellow.
Can you hear me?
There's Kevin Vaughn. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're on the phone. No, you're out. You're on with me now.
Okay.
That's how long it takes for a text message to get through.
Well, yeah, I got that, and I was thinking, well, I can hear you talking on the radio. I got it. You picked up, I think.
No, we're just on YouTube right now, so
okay.
We'll get the rest of it going on here in a little bit. 6 minutes or so. Station 700 on Mark. All right, what was that, Kevin?
Did you get all your snowdrifts melted down?
No. Some of them are, there's definitely more ground showing than there was a week ago, but there's some pretty deep stuff yet.
Yeah.
Got my cows back, all the cows back home, though. I had to do an emergency run and getting them and got those back. That was nice. Got him in a few trips.
Yeah.
Got those back. I got feed out to him. I'm gonna get fed up today. I got a kind of a black tie event tonight in Bismarck. I have to auction for a fundraiser of some sort, art gala, art something there.
Nice.
Yeah. Stepping out of my zone of selling and auctioning equipment and guns and going into the fancy stuff now.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, heck, I'm sure it'll be an experience.
Should be pretty good. It's the first time I'm getting to town in a long time like that, so that probably wouldn't be a bad thing. I get to shave a little bit here and clean up, pluck a few eyebrows and nose hairs, and we'll be on our way.
Right, get cleaned up, head in for a week.
Not a week. Holy God, 24 hours, man, and then that's it.
Yeah.
I can't do the town thing for longer than 24 hours.
Yeah.
Or city. Some people say city.
The city.
Head into the city.
No, we growing up, I lived in the country. We had a house in town. We'd go stay in, and we'd come in for church on the weekends and stuff. And I don't know. Yeah, I never was much for staying in town, but
see a lot of people in my country too. They, it's a long ways in, and everybody works. At least half of the spouses do anyway. I see a lot of people that have extra towns or a apartment or renting a house or something in town, and when it gets crappy out like that, they'll just stay in there. A lot of school teachers or kids or people that have kids in school,
Yeah, well, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
No sense in being out in the crap if a guy don't have to be.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Well, let's see here. About 3 minutes to go here before we start the radio side of things and get all excited and get to let our information out. You going mountain lion hunting down there or what?
No, I don't really hunt at all. I just fish.
Well, come on now. You can at least get into mountain lion hunting. Strap on, you just go out and ice fish, and then put put a trail of walleye out there in the Black Hills, and then just wait.
Just kind of sit back. No, I used to hunt as a kid. Yeah, I'd get that rabbit in distress, set it out there, and just go ice fishing. Put a decoy out on the lake, and then just watch flags and call. That'd be pretty cool to see one come out off the trees or something.
I'm telling you, that'd be a hoot. I wish they'd give me dual residency so I could get that in South Dakota. So,
yeah,
we have I cut tracks up here at the ranch in the November snowstorm, and now I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen tracks or nothing. Of course, I haven't been able to get out quite as deep in the stuff because of just the amount of snow that we've gotten. Kick in the can, so
I've seen a couple of them out here, but it's been a few years. I don't make it up into the hills quite as much as I used to either anymore, I guess.
Yeah.
I fish a lot of prairie lakes, so.
Don't get to Pactola very often?
Maybe once or twice a year with a buddy who loves chasing them big lake trout. I go up and spend a day fishing with him, but other than that, I really just don't make it up in the hills much at all.
Stations 70500 coming up, 70500, and we'll go quiet here after a little bit, okay? 705 or 80500 Central Time on Mark. So yeah, all right. Well, I tell you what, Kevin, why don't you just stand by? We're going to go quiet here till we for about 60 seconds. We'll start here shortly. So stay with me here. Stations also, same thing, going quiet for the next 45. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Saturday edition of Dakota Prairie Outdoors, heard all across the Dakota Territory, including KGFX out of Pierre, South Dakota, KOLY, Mobard, South Dakota, KFYR, Bismarck, Mandan, and KCJB, Minot, covering all of the Missouri River Basin, plus more, and out west at KLTC in Dickinson. Good to have you along here this morning. I'm Scott Bachmeyer. You can also find it on my YouTube channel, Dakota Prairie Outdoors Radio. Good morning, everybody. My guest today is Kevin Vaughn, talking Black Hills, prairie pothole fishing, South Dakota man out of Sturgis. How you doing, Mr. Kevin Vaughn?
I'm doing good, Scott. How about yourself?
You know, it's a lot different than it was a week ago because, 70 below with the wind chill. Now it was like 40. I think we had 43 degrees that one day, 44 degrees. And melted a little bit of the snow down, but nothing like you guys get down in the Black Hills region, because what'd you get, like 60 inches of snow that during the last storm, and then what, have T-shirts on the next couple of days after that, or what?
Well, something pretty close to that anyway. Yeah, I think I heard of like 55 inches up in Lead, and then here, what was it, Monday and Tuesday we had 50-degree weather with winds. So it was one extreme to the next, I guess. Welcome to South Dakota.
Yeah, well, welcome to winter in the Dakota Territory. Where do they go with all the snow in Deadwood and Lead?
They got a place outside of town where they haul it out with trucks and just kind of dump it in one of them canyons so it melts, I believe.
Okay. So they're going to have a lot of trucks this year, because it doesn't seem this is an early one here. I haven't remembered Terry Peak opening up all their runs like this for like probably 5 winters.
Yeah, I mean, I was ice fishing before Thanksgiving, and I can't tell you the last time, and I'm talking prairie ponds, not hill lakes.
Yeah.
I was on prairie ponds with my 4-wheeler almost even before Thanksgiving, or just shortly after, on 6-7 inches of ice, and everybody said it was going to be a cold one, and I guess they finally got it right this year.
The old Farmer's Almanac was spot on, I think, this year. So let's talk about ice thickness right now. If you're out in some of the prairie lakes on the western side of South Dakota and ponds out that way, if ice was that thick back in November, how is it still maintaining pretty good right now? People driving their vehicles out?
For the most part, it is maintaining. Orman opened up a little bit the other day, one of our main lakes up here. Some slush and water on top, but I mean, there's still 16 inches of ice underneath of it. There are some edges that have opened up and around. I mean, always, every time, even if the ice was 16 inches last week and it's been 3-4 days, always use caution going out there, because the ice conditions out here change just like the weather. You might be on 10 inches today, and you get a warm day with a little bit of wind, and you go out there and you'd be on 2 inches of ice, and it'd be bad.
Yeah. I've driven on the ice one time, Lake Oahe in Mobard, South Dakota. I was invited down during a ice fishing tournament, and I'll tell you this right now, I don't think I'm that guy. All right, I'll take a 4-wheeler maybe out there, maybe a sled or something like that. But there was a lot of popping and cracking going on underneath my pickup, and I looked at all the weight, the rest of all the vehicles that are out there, and I'm like, there's only so much of a limit. But I guess it's fine for the most part. I have seen some pictures of some folks dropping their vehicles in, though. Have you had that around your neck of the woods?
There was an accident over in Wyoming earlier this year with a couple of UTVs where there was an individual that went in, and 3 individuals went out to help, and 2 of the individuals that went out to help went in also. Well, all 4 ended up going in, and 2 of the individuals that went out to help didn't come back out. So
that's too bad.
And that was on a lake that I was driving my 4-wheeler on like a week before that I had heard about this. And I mean, we were on 8 inches of solid clear ice. So just because you see somebody else doing something somewhere, just always check your path, always walk your path if it's the first time you're going over it. Never trust what somebody else says or shows you on the internet. Always, that's your life, not theirs. So always take it in your own hands and check yourself. And that's what I always tell everybody.
So what is the optimal part for driving on? What do you want the ice thickness to be that you're comfortable with? I know there's a chart I've seen, but what would you be if comfortable taking a pickup out there?
I will not drive a vehicle on the ice. When we went up to Minnesota last year, we did drive on the ice, but I think it was like 24, 36 inches, something like that. Around the Black Hills, western South Dakota, I would never recommend putting your vehicle on the ice. I mean, four-wheelers, UTVs, that's great. I just personally would never recommend putting a vehicle on the ice out here. Like I said, the conditions change so fast, and everything can just go from being fine to bad that quick, and it's just not worth it. I mean, like I said, four-wheelers, UTVs, anything 6 inches plus clear ice is what I consider good. A UTV, them bigger ones, I would say 8 inches of clear ice plus is good. And I mean, I would just never recommend, no matter how thick the ice is, of putting a car on it. It just ain't worth it.
Yeah. And you know darn well there's people listening to this program going, oh, come on. I've been driving on 34 inches of ice and I've never had an issue. And all I say to that is good for you. I'm not going to do it.
Yep. Well, and all I say to them people is, everybody that died had done it their entire life until that last time that it killed them.
Yeah, exactly. So be careful out there. No matter, we're not saying you can't do it. We're just saying be careful, right?
Just use caution, and I just don't recommend it personally.
Yeah. So how's the you said Ormond opened up just a little bit of slush on there. How about some of the other places around the western side of the state? What have you heard for ice thickness around them?
They're starting to get to be a pretty good buildup on Pactola back in Jenny Gulch. Sheridan's getting some ice on it. I'm hearing a little bit of ice down on Angostura. A few reports of guys going down there and fishing. Not the best of luck, but they're finding 6 inches of ice that they were walking out on. Like I said, there's most of the ice up at Ormond is between 14 and 16 inches that I'm finding everywhere. Pretty good. I've heard of a few guys fishing up at Shade Hill. Once again, don't know the ice up there, but a lot of the prairie lakes that I'm finding around here that I fish are all 8 to 10 inches plus ice as of right now.
Have you heard anything on the Missouri? Well, we'll go to our break. We'll come back. We'll talk about Missouri River, see if there's anything going on that way, and go from there. Kevin Vaughn, Wild Walleye Outfitters out of Sturgis, South Dakota, is my guest here today. If you want to call and ask any questions, comments, and concerns, 888-932-5682 is the toll-free number. That again, 888-932-5682. You can remember that by dialing 888-9-DAKOTA. We'll be back with more coming up your way. Wild Walleye Outfitters here. We'll go through some coyote tournaments here, as a lot of them are happening today for a lot of good reasons. We'll be back after these messages.
Are you looking for a home loan? Dakota Community Bank and Trust makes it easy and convenient to find the best loan program and most current rates available. Whether you are shopping for a home for the first time or thinking about new construction or refinancing, we offer the assistance of an experienced mortgage officer, together with a convenient online or in-person application process. Let us walk alongside you to find that exact loan to meet your specific needs. Find your local home loan officer at dakotacommunitybank.com.
Cattle producers, the Schriefer Red Angus annual production sale is Saturday, January 28th at the ranch north of Golden Valley. They'll be selling 2-year-old Red Angus bulls, registered bred heifers, and commercial open replacement heifers. Free delivery on bulls within 500 miles. You can bid live or you can bid online at DV Auction. For a catalog, directions, and videos of every sale lot, go to SchrieferRedAngus.com. And remember, if it's red, you know your cows will be bred. Schriefer Red Angus annual production sale, Saturday, January 28th at the ranch north of Golden Valley. Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can do it in a fraction of time with just one person on foot or horseback. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy.
Cattlemen, do you want market-topping calves at sale time? You need predictable Charlet genetics from Sorority Charlet. Hi, this is Kaylee from Sorority Charlet Ranch. Our 40th annual bull sale is Friday, January 27th at the ranch west of Bowen. We are offering 65 performance-tested yearling Charlet bulls, and again this year, 5 registered replacement heifers. Free delivery up to 300 miles, and we'll feed them free till April 1st. Sorority Charlet, January 27th. You can follow us on Facebook and DV Auction. If you haven't tried a Sorority Charlet bull, ask the cattleman that has. He's the one with a big smile on sale day.
Piper's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Savvy would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Piper's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Savvy. For more information or land updates, go to pifers.com.
It's every American's right to bear arms. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we're here to help you support your Second Amendment rights, which reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Whether you're looking for a pistol for personal defense or collector gun, we have the staff to help you. We also have the area's largest inventory of ammo and reloading supplies.
Mandan Sporting Goods, the area's local gun and ammo specialists.
MoPro Guide Service, the best on Lake Oahe. Brent and his staff will give you the most enjoyable fishing experience, always having the latest in electronics, gear, and the most comfortable Lund boat on the water. Fish with somebody who lives in Mobridge, South Dakota, the heart of Lake Oahe. If you need a place to stay, the Motrest Motel has newly updated rooms with free internet, a family-owned and operated business. Go to OaheWalleyes.com. That's OAHE Walleyes.com for the best fishing experience Lake Oahe has to offer. Western Frontier Insurance. Agents that understand you, your needs, and the community. Whether you're looking for coverage on your farm, ranch, home, or auto, you can trust that Western Frontier Insurance will find you a combination of price and coverage that works for you. No fancy jingles, no talking boxes or animals, just good neighbors helping to keep you covered. Western Frontier Insurance. Offices in Hazen, Washburn, and Wilton. There's a reason that you're seeing more Red Angus cattle in the country. Great mama cows, high weaning weights, and easy keepers. Join the Schriefer family for their annual production sales Saturday, January 28th at the ranch just north of Golden Valley. They'll be selling 2-year-old Red Angus bulls, registered bred heifers, and commercial open replacement heifers. Free delivery on bulls within 500 miles, and you can bid online at DV Auction. The bullpen is always open, so come by anytime and view the cattle before the sale. Schriefer Red Angus annual production sale Saturday, January 28th at the ranch just north of Golden Valley.
On that road, but don't you worry, one day I'll settle down. And when that time comes, I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Dakota Prairie Outdoors on the Saturday edition. Good to have you along this morning as we'll be talking more about ice fishing. But first, I want to remind you about the Schriefer Red Angus big bull sale coming up your way Saturday, January 28th. There is a high probability I'm going to be broadcasting my Saturday morning show from the ranch as I help them with their sale. Also, coming up the day before Friday, January 27th, is the Sorority Charlet bull sale. Both of them I will be attending. So if either one of you guys, if you're listening and you're looking for Charlet or Red Angus bulls right now, I can help you out. Give me a call. Few tournaments going on today before we get back to Kevin here. And Kevin, stand by here. The big New Year's Coyote Bash is going on in Wall, South Dakota today. and that's being held out of the Badlands Saloon and Grill. Nice coyote tournament, raise a little money there. The big 2-day coyote hunt going on in Long Valley, South Dakota. This is a kids-only tournament, youth hunt. Okay, I should say not kids because it's youth. All right, and they just always have such a great turnout getting and this youth involved in hunting coyotes. It's a nice 2-day tournament. That's about what's going on today. Next week, Miles City AAU wrestling team is presenting their fundraiser coyote tournament, and that's of course in Miles City, January 6th and 7th. Kadoka Volunteer Fire Department, their tournament and fundraisers January 6th and 7th. And Dickinson, North Dakota, the Outdoors presenting their second annual benefit coyote hunt. That is January 6th and 7th as well. We have a few more we can discuss here, but let's go back to talking some ice fishing. Kevin Vaughn. Oh, Kevin, one more thing. Guess what else I'm doing today? You know, it is the Capital City Christmas New Year's Eve Gala. Is it gala or gala? I suppose if you want to be fancy about it, it's gala, right?
I'd go with gala. That sounds way fancier.
Yeah, it's way fancier. And it's at the Bismarck Event Center. I still call it the Civic Center up there. But so I got to get on after I feed cows today. I got to get on the road and put the hammer down here. But we're looking at raising money for art projects around the capital city of Bismarck. So that's a few things. That's what I got going on, from feeding cows to raising money for art projects. That's what happens there in a day of the life on a weekend. So not as fun as ice fishing for you, though, I bet. I guess you don't want to get dressed up in a tuxedo to go ice fishing, would you?
Well, I guess if that tuxedo was anything like my ice armor, I'd definitely wear it.
Okay, that's a good reason here. Well, first and foremost, we want to make sure Wild Walleye Outfitters is what you do here. You do it in the summertime. Do you do ice fishing guiding too in the wintertime?
We do. We do small individual trips in the winter, just kind of 1-2 people trips. Keep it small and personal in the winter.
Perfect. Now, we were talking off air about ice conditions a little bit more, and you were talking about Orman. And I have a question. Mayor of Mobridge says, is Orman fed by the Belle Fourche River?
Yes, it is.
Okay. But you said
they're also River pumping. What's that?
You said they're pumping water in too from the reservoir.
Well, they release water from Keyhole, which feeds the Belle Fourche River, which in return is caught at the Reed Dam and then redirected into the Belle Fourche Reservoir.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then so right now they're feeding water off the drop out of the Belle Fourche River into the reservoir, filling the lake levels. Which, when it warms up, that makes the edges pretty sloppy to get on at times.
Yeah.
If it don't stay good and cold.
Yeah. Well, everybody's dealing with water levels down from last year's huge drought to this year's spring storms and everything. And then like in July, everything shut off again. So like from the middle of July all the way through is pretty dry in the Dakota Territory. So a lot of lower levels. But anyway, ice fishing. And the reason I wanted to have you on mostly today is you have an idea of doing like a tournament series. Why don't you explain that?
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the first ever walleye series tournaments out here in western South Dakota. It will be 3 events. There will be one at Angostura, one at Orman, and one at Shade Hill. And then we're also going to collect points off of each day at weigh-ins and then have a team of the year. So basically you get into the event and you have 4 chances at winning an event, and each event pays out the top 5 places, and then Angler of the Years will pay out the top 4. With the Angler of the Years, will have custom coats, and they will also have a paid spot in the Governor's Cup that the fishing crew puts on up there in Pier.
Excellent. When does this series going to be looking at starting?
So as of tomorrow, I am actually going to put out the applications to sign up and get in. And the first tournament will be in April. April 29th and 30th will be event 1 at Angostura. May 13th and 14th will be event number 2 at Ormond. And then June 10th and 11th will be event number 3 at Shade Hill. We're going to limit this to 60 teams. Entry fee is going to be $800. There'll be 2-man teams with each team having an alternate signing up prior, so that, you know, if there's somebody that can't make all 3 or something happens, they've got somebody to fill in.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, we've got so many different door prizes and stuff that we will do when we award Angler of the Year in the coats. Some of the stuff that we've got custom, a distillery in the area, and they called the other day, and they are donating custom labeled bottles for each event winner and team of the year. Yeah, so we've got some really, I mean, we've got close to $40,000 worth of cash and prizes lined up to give away. I mean, just as kind of first place in these events is going to pay out $3,000 to the top team. And like I say, there'll be big fish side pot. We'll be doing Calcuttas. There'll be kind of an event that, you know, set up at each deal. We're going to kind of try and, I guess, kind of make this kind of like the big shows, but for everybody else, you know, that wants to fish all these tournaments and get into these tournaments and have a shot at, you know, maybe putting, you know, seeing where they're at with everybody else out here in the hills. 'Cause there's all these individual tournaments and I guess I've always kind of just wanted to see, you know, let's put a deal together where everybody fishes all 3 of these lakes and see how we're sitting at the end. And I guess, so I just ran with it.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of where we're at.
It's kind of a good idea that have just a kind of a West Dakota, Western South Dakota type of thing, because you're going to cover some miles. I mean, you're going from Shade Hill all the way down to Ormond. And so, I mean, people are going to have to put some miles on. There's no doubt about this. And what happens if they miss one of the tournaments? Are they still eligible to keep going? I mean, granted, they missed that day of fishing, but they're still okay to go to the next one, right?
Yeah, you're in all of the tournaments. You fish all 6 days tournament fishing. And if you're not able to make one, I mean, that affects your place in team of the year, because team of the year, the points will be calculated for every day of fishing. So, and how we will do that will be with low score. So say with 60 teams and you miss a day of fishing, that will be 60 points instantly added to your team for team of the year points.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
So,
Well, we have some questions coming in here, but we're up against our next break, so we'll save them for the second half of the program. Got some text messages asking some questions about it, and we'll get to them, plus other questions about different lakes, and get your opinions on this too. So stand by here. Kevin Vaughn is with Wild Walleye Outfitters, talking about the Western South Dakota Fishing Series that we're going to be starting out this next summer, 2023. Back after these.
Are you looking for a home loan? Dakota Community Bank and Trust makes it easy and convenient to find the best loan program and most current rates available. Whether you are shopping for a home for the first time or thinking about new construction or refinancing, we offer the assistance of an experienced mortgage officer, together with a convenient online or in-person application process. Let us walk alongside you to find that exact loan to meet your specific needs. Find your local home loan officer at dakotacommunitybank.com.
Cattle producers, the Schriefer Red Angus annual production sale is Saturday, January 28th at the ranch north of Golden Valley. They'll be selling 2-year-old Red Angus bulls, registered bred heifers, and commercial open replacement heifers. Free delivery on bulls within 500 miles. You can bid live or you can bid online at DV Auction. For a catalog, directions, and videos of every sale lot, go to SchrieferRedAngus.com. And remember, if it's red, you know your cows will be bred. Schriefer Red Angus annual production sale, Saturday, January 28th at the ranch north of Golden Valley. Rockin' 7W has all the panels you need. Freestanding panels, windbreak panels, feeder panels, and the original protester panel. If you don't know what that is, it's a sort panel that makes sorting calves from a cow a breeze. You can do it in a fraction of time with just one person on foot or horseback. You can custom order sizes to fit your current operation, or you can start from scratch. Rockin' 7W also does trailer repair on any size trailers, mobile welding, and custom cattle hauling. Call Justin at Rockin' 7W at 701-206-1030. That's 701-206-1030. Rockin' 7W, the farmer and rancher's go-to guy.
Cattlemen, do you want market-topping calves at sale time? You need predictable Charolais genetics from Sorority Charolais. Hi, this is Kaylee from Sorority Charolais Ranch. Our 40th annual bull sale is Friday, January 27th at the ranch west of Bowen. We are offering 65 performance-tested yearling Charolais bulls, and again this year, 5 registered replacement heifers. Free delivery up to 300 miles, and we'll feed them free till April 1st. Sorority Charolais, January 27th. You can follow us on Facebook and DV Auction. If you haven't tried a Sorority Charolais bull, ask the cattleman that has. He's the one with the big smile on sale day.
Piper's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Piper's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby. For more information or land updates, go to pifers.com.
It's every American's right to bear arms. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we're here to help you support your Second Amendment rights, which reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Whether you're looking for a pistol for personal defense or collector gun, we have the staff to help you. We also have the area's largest inventory of ammo and reloading supplies.
Mandan Sporting Goods, the area's local gun and ammo specialists.
MoPro Guide Service, the best on Lake Oahe. Brent and his staff will give you the most enjoyable fishing experience, always having the latest in electronics, gear, and the most comfortable Lund boat on the water. Fish with somebody who lives in Mobridge, South Dakota, the heart of Lake Oahe. If you need a place to stay, the Morest Motel has newly updated rooms with free internet, a family-owned and operated business. Go to OaheWalleyes.com. That's OAHE Walleyes.com for the best fishing experience Lake Oahe has to offer. Western Frontier Insurance. Agents that understand you, your needs, and the community. Whether you're looking for coverage on your farm, ranch, home, or auto, you can trust that Western Frontier Insurance will find you a combination of price and coverage that works for you. No fancy jingles, no talking boxes or animals, just good neighbors helping to keep you covered. Western Frontier Insurance. Offices in Hazen, Washburn, and Wilton. There's a reason that you're seeing more Red Angus cattle in the country. Great mama cows, high weaning weights, and easy keepers. Join the Schriefer family for their annual production sales Saturday, January 28th at the ranch just north of Golden Valley. They'll be selling 2-year-old Red Angus bulls, registered bred heifers, and commercial open replacement heifers. Free delivery on bulls within 500 miles, and you can bid online at DV Auction. The bullpen is always open, so come by anytime and view the cattle before the sale. Schriefer Red Angus annual production sale Saturday, January 28th at the ranch just north of Golden Valley.
On that road, but don't you worry, one day I'll settle down. And when that time comes, I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around. I hope you're still around.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Dakota Prairie Outdoors Saturday edition. All across the Dakota Territory, glad to have you along here as we continue discussing ice fishing. This portion of the program brought to you by Freedom Repair. Whether it's tractor, combines, air seeders, planters, it doesn't matter what it is, swathers, lawn tractors, heck, he works on everything. Semis. Lucas Kelly's his name. Freedom Repair comes to you, helped you get fixed up, ready to go. 18 plus years of experience. Phone number, easy, 701-440-1945. Freedom Repair, veteran owned and operated.
Good to have you along here this morning. Kevin Vaughn from Wild Walleye Outfitters is my guest here, Kevin. And, talking and continuing about your summer series that you're going to be having in Western South Dakota, covering 3 different fishing points here. Question came in. It says that, is it okay if North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming type people that want to enter it, or do you have to be residing in Western South Dakota?
This is open to anybody that wants to get in.
Okay.
Yep. Anybody that wants to come fish this tournament is welcome to put in an application and get in. And it's at this point for this one, it's first applications in will be the first ones processed, and they'll fish.
Yeah. So I had a text message come in from somebody that says many people are starting to say that Shade Hill is so popular right now that it's getting fished out with all of the tournaments that are being held on it. And they said, what's your guys' opinion on that? Can you fish a lake out?
I believe it could be done, but I believe if it was close to being done, the game fishing parts, they do a lot of research on all of these lakes out here. As far as netting and counting numbers and stocking. And I mean, to put this tournament on, I've been in touch with each individual, it'd be lake or GFT management at each lake, and talk to them. I've been over this, everything with the state. And I mean, so I think if there was a real worry or risk about it from the state that, they wouldn't let us do it. They wouldn't hold it. I don't think they would put our fisheries in jeopardy for a tournament that, the state don't get nothing from these tournaments. So.
Well, that's a good thing to hear, because you see that a lot of now. Out of those 3, are they all any one of those a trophy lake?
Out of any of those 3 lakes, or any of them trophy lakes?
Yeah, I know, like over by Webster and stuff, they have certain ones you can. They got certain trophy lakes, right? And you can. South Dakota's got a few different rules about what you can keep and how many over certain inches. I guess any of them have slot limits.
Yes, there are different slot limits on Shade Hill and Angostura. The slot would be the fish have to be a minimum of 15 inches, with only one being over 20. And at Orman, your underfish have to be under 15 inches and only one over 18.
Okay. All right. So that's what people need to remember, are those type of situations going on when they get into it. But you're going to go through the rules and regulations, have all that. First 60 teams to sign up. How do they sign up right now?
Right now, there's not even an application out. I am putting the application out tomorrow morning. I don't know, probably around 7 o'clock. I will post it on the Wild Walleye Outfitters Facebook page.
Okay. And applications get screened by you and your rest of your team and get put in from there. Now, when I talked to you the first time, you said you're looking for something for so just the average person can go out and enjoy a tournament and have a chance too.
Yep. Like I said, this ain't for just the big pros. I mean, for team of the year, if you go out and you fish 3 solid tournaments, and you may never win an event, and you could still win team of the year by just going out and putting the time in and fishing, and just every day weighing in a nice set of fish at each individual lake, and that's going to win you team of the year. And overall, team of the year is, I guess, what everybody should be shooting to win, because that's what your biggest payout's going to be right there.
Okay.
Each event is going to pay out nice, don't get me wrong. But team of the year, the team that wins that, they're definitely walking away with some prize money. And not just that, then they've got that free shot at the Governor's Cup, and that pays out a pretty good chunk of money up there too. So, they have the potential team of the year has the potential to easily walk away with, $15,000 from one event.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you. And I'm sure you've seen the video of the walleye tournament where the guy put in all those lead weights I'm sure you're going to be screening that too.
Oh yeah, we that come out right before the fall tournament, and I'm pretty sure I have heard every lead weight joke there is. If I haven't, you will be the first, and I'll remember it because the rest of them are old now. But yeah, we did that fall tournament this year, and that was right after that happened. I had people just come in and just hand me their whole tackle box of lead weights and say, "I'll just weigh that," So yeah, we've had funny all the way from one scope to the other. And yeah, we'll be, we're going to be running everything real close, real tight. I'll be out actually patrolling at each one of these events in my own boat, be doing boat checks. So we're going to keep everything honest, fair, even. Everything's going to be out in the open. We just want to run a good event. And, it's always kind of been a dream of mine the last few years to fish an event like this. And they said nobody was doing it. So I just decided I would go ahead and do it. And instead of fish it, just run it and see how it goes.
I already got a comment says, is there a prize for the best lead weight joke out there?
My smile and pure appreciation.
Yeah, there's where it goes. Well, no, you said you were up in Mobridge fishing up that way. How is it at the Lake Oahe side of things in Mobridge area?
The Mobridge area is doing really good right now. A lot of permie shacks going out. We were on anywhere between 16 and 20 inches of ice over there, kind of by the Singing Bridge down by the casino there.
Mm-hmm.
Fishing was a little slow on Monday, but Tuesday it was really good. A lot of action on dead sticks, getting in about that. Oh, we were anywhere between 30 and 33 feet of water. Just a minnow and a dead stick. Jigging was, we got a few really early in the morning and then a couple right there at dark. Last hour of light to dark there, we'd get maybe one or two jigging, but a lot of nice perch in the afternoon out there in that 30 foot of water. And then, like I say, we'd pick up some walleye here and there. Nothing with a lot of size, but pretty good numbers. It kept you busy. It at least wasn't just sitting around wishing for a bite all day.
Are you seeing more people in the permanent shacks, or still a lot of flip over? Does anybody still sit on a 5-gallon bucket out there?
Yeah, there's still guys sit on 5-gallon buckets out here, believe it or not. Seen a couple the other day. I had to look twice.
Is that kind of getting to be a rare thing anymore?
Yeah, you don't see it much anymore. Everybody kind of has their little flip over now, and especially out here where we can't run permies anyway, just because of the ice conditions are always so up and down. There's a couple guys I think that put some out up in the hills on Sheridan and Deerfield. I've seen a couple once or twice before, but most of these prairie lakes and stuff, yeah, you just don't run them out there just because of the changing conditions so fast, it seems like.
Yeah. It's amazing how technology has changed over the years. And when it comes to ice fishing, and you were talking about ice armor, and I use ice armor gloves here at the ranch every day. And they're just,
yep.
It's amazing the technology of what the clothing has done, from everywhere from base layers all the way up to the outside layers. But I bought myself a heated jacket a couple weeks ago before the last storm. And what an amazing, it's crazy how nice it is to have your core of your body nice and toasty, and you don't have to wear 7-8 layers of clothes to get there.
Yeah, I got one of them vests like that, and then I just tucked that inside, and I got that float suit. So, like you say, yeah, that technology has just come so far. And then you just put a little jacket on over that, and throw your ice armor gloves on or your mittens on, and heck, you could drive through 40 below and never know it was cold out.
Yeah. Of all the ice fishing technology that you've seen over the years, what do you think, your opinion, is the best thing invented?
Oh, God, that's hard to say.
There's so much of it, isn't there?
I mean, you would have to almost break it down by
What's the best
lure, rod,
Yeah.
electronic, personal gear for safety, personal gear for warm weather. I mean, yeah, it's hard to say. Live scope has definitely changed the world of fishing, and once you start fishing with it and then you don't have it for a little bit, you forget that people actually fished before they had it.
Yeah.
It's crazy just how much, once you use it, you rely on it for finding fish. And I mean, you go from, the old days, I used to come out and drill 30 holes in a giant circle and run around with my Vexler and, oh, there's a fish, and then sit and fish it for a second. Now I go out, I go from my map where I want to be down to my live scope. I drill one hole, I pan the area. Oh, there the fish are 30 feet over there. I go over and drill 2 more holes and put my shack down. I used to pack 5 or 6 batteries for my K drill, and now I use the same battery for 5 or 6 trips.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. It's crazy. And then, as far as personal safety and protection from the elements, the float suits, I mean, they are just, I think, the greatest thing ever. I mean, if a guide ever does have that unlikely event that he goes in, I mean, boom, right there, you're back. You're not going down through the hole, and it's, just so much more of a chance that you're going to get out of that ice and stay alive as sinking straight to the bottom.
Yeah. I tell you, safety especially. How about, you were talking about rods. What is fishing, ice fishing rods changed over the years that makes them better?
Well, just everything. The technology, the sensitivity, ice fishing rods just used to be a stiff little 24-inch rod. And if it was a panfish rod, it wasn't quite as stiff, but there was no sensitivity or no feel or nothing to it. And now you've got things like the JT snare rod as a dead stick with a bait hanging off it, where the fish can double it in half, and then you pair it with an Okuma bait reel that just free spools, and you can have an 8-inch walleye bending that rod in half, and that fish doesn't even know it's on. And I mean, it's just crazy. Or just the sensitivity in some of these noodle rods that they make, that these panfish can come up and just barely bump them, and the sensitivity and the feel that you can get through them rods is just amazing.
Yeah. Well, and you look some of the permanent shacks. I mean, some of them are nicer than you see. Some of them are built up better than some homes. And yeah, I mean, it's just amazing that's the kind of thing. If you're going to have a permanent shack, why wouldn't you have something where you can go out there and, bring the family and they can all kind of enjoy it? Well, and that's just it. I mean, I'm not sure what brand it is, whether Ice Castle or whatever, but they basically make them permanent shacks like a 16, 20-foot camper anymore, bumper camper. Yeah. And yeah, you take it in the summertime camping, and in the wintertime, you just pull it on the ice and go camping. And I wish we had ice like that around here to where we get one of them. My wife wouldn't be so happy, but I would love it. You don't need ice to get one of those. You know that. You don't have, this is you're an outfitter. You have all the permission in the world to get anything that you want. Remember that. If looks could hurt right now, I'd probably need to go to the hospital, because you're getting me hurt with my wife. Oh, no. I remember the first time I had you on the radio, you said, it's part of my job, but this is the nice thing about my job is I get to go do this and I get to buy equipment. So I'm going to back you up on this. I'm going to back you up, because I'm in the same boat. If I need a new rifle to go coyote hunting, it's a tax write-off, right? That is true. That is true. Well, Kevin, we only got about 3 minutes left here. Tell us once again, give us the whole rundown again on the Western South Dakota Ice Fishing Series. Okay, so it's the Wild Walleye Outfitter Series. Okay. And it'll be 3 main events starting in April. To get signed up, go to the Wild Walleye Outfitters Facebook page. Tomorrow, there will be a waiver
and an application. You will need to print that out and fill out the check and mail it to me. Applications must be in by March 31st. And then if you have any questions, feel free to contact me either through Messenger, Facebook. My phone number is 605-519-4286. Google Wild Walleye Outfitters, and there should be a direct line to call me from there. Any questions you have, feel free. I usually answer. If I don't, I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Perfect. Well, Kevin, I appreciate you coming on and making a little time. Happy New Year to you, buddy, too.
Same to you, and you enjoy your night up in the city and get off the ranch and get a little bit of that Pendleton in you.
One more question from on YouTube. It says a recommended beer for ice fishing. What would you recommend?
Ooh, you can't go wrong with a good old bush latte.
Bush lattes. All right. Kevin, have yourself a good one, man. I'm going to finish out here with some coyote tournaments, let people know what's going on for the next week. All right?
You do the same, Scott. Thank you.
You bet. See you later. Kevin Vaughn from Wild Walleye Outfitters. You can check it out. Wild Walleye Outfitters. Go search it, Google it, and find them on Facebook. The series starting in April, so make sure to the applications open up tomorrow. Miles City AAU Wrestling Coyote Tournament, 18th annual is coming up on January 6th and 7th. The 7th annual Kadoka Volunteer Fire Department Coyote Calling Contest is next weekend, January 6th and 7th. The Outdoors presenting their second annual Dickinson, North Dakota Benefit Coyote Hunt. It's going to be on next week as well. Now, Keene, North Dakota Fire Department Coyote Hunt is going to be January 21st and 22nd, two different divisions. They're doing a day hunt and then a separate thermal hunt. Instead of tying them together for some of those people that don't have thermal equipment, they're just having a separate one. The Reynolds Coyote Hunt is coming up January 21st and on January 21st. Backed by Popular Man, they're going to do 4-person teams. That's kind of interesting. Northwood Men's Club Coyote Hunt and Raffle set for January 27th and 28th. The 2023 Wrighton Memorial Coyote Hunt is February 4th. $5,000 added purse on that one. And the Pollock Men's Club 7th Annual Ice Fishing Tournament is going to be held on February 11th and 12th. 110 open spots, 2-person teams, $200 entry fee, including big fish. And it must be registered by February 1st. So find them on Facebook, the Pollock Men's Club 7th Annual Ice Fishing Tournament. So that's what's going on for the next few weeks. If you have any tournaments you would like to get on, feel free to send them to me. My email is scott@ndsupernet.com, Scott with 2 T's. And go from there, and I can get it on for you. You can also find me on any of the social media accounts and go that way as well. Somebody said he lost me at Bush Latte. Well, you can have any beer when you go out ice fishing, I guess, as long as you please be safe out there. And like Kevin said, too, the ice changes every single day. Make sure to check it and be careful on that. Now, South Dakota mountain lion season has opened up and right after Christmas time, and they have already got one on the board. Okay. North Dakota closes tomorrow. Okay. Pretty much closed up here at the midnight tonight. So that is what's happening that side of things. North Dakota's first season had 4 taken, and zone 1 late season, 3 males were taken. On the South Dakota side, 1 female was taken, and that was an 80-pound female taken on December 28th here just a couple days ago in Meade County. So they have 60 total mountain lion limit unless 40 females hits first. That's what's happening right there. Have yourself a good week and enjoy. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you in Bismarck this evening. Eat some meat, drink some milk. Thanks for tuning in. All right, stations, thank you. Does late season run through March 32? Let me see here, Wayne. I can tell you. No. All right. So I'm assuming you're talking North Dakota here. So the early season, this season is closed up here midnight tonight. All right. So the regular season in zone 1 is done here tonight. Now their zone 1 conditional season has yet to be determined. And I'm guessing they're going to have it since none of the harvest limits have been met. So I'm thinking that they're going to extend it in zone 1, but zone 2, zone 1, everything closes here today. So at midnight tonight. So that's that. And South Dakota goes until March. Let me see here. Well, till April 30th for the most part. The statewide season is year-round. All right, South Dakota is pretty open about that, about the statewide season, but Black Hills and Custer Park, that's a separate unit over there. So, thank you. Happy New Year. Hope you guys have a great day. If we see you tonight, I'll be the guy that looks very uncomfortable being dressed up. Have yourself a good one.